All right, Shalom, Israel. I want to start by giving all praise, honor, glory to the Most High God, Yahweh, in the name of His only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai. And I want to point out a little similarity that I noticed, when I was thinking and meditating upon precepts today, to show you the wickedness of America, right? Let's go to because we know, according to, actually, we're going to go through the precepts, right? First, we're going to start out in Jeremiah chapter 3 and verse 14. It says, "Turn thou, O backsliding children, saith the Lord, for I am married unto you, and I will take you one of a city and two of a family, and will bring you to Zion," right? So we know that that's dealing with the deliverance, when the Israelites, when we go back to our, back to the kingdom, you understand? So now, pay attention to the second half of that precept. It says, "I will take you one of a city and two of a family, and I will bring you to Zion," right? Now, let's establish this first, right? Let's go to Revelations chapter 11 and verse 8, right? This is a good precept, man. Revelations chapter 11 and verse 8, and we're going to show you, how in the old world, how the Most High, why the Most High said one of a city and two of a family. One of a city, two of a family, right? The book of Revelations chapter 11 and verse 8, "And their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city, which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt, where also our Lord was crucified." So we know that, according to the scriptures, the breakdowns, we know that the Most High is going to take us one of a city, two of a family out of so-called America, the virgin daughter not the virgin daughter, so-called America, the daughter of Babylon. You understand? He's going to take us one of a family, two of a city, right? So we know that city through the Spirit is called Sodom and Egypt. Let's see what happened in Sodom, for the Most High to say one of a city, and two of a family. Let's see why the Most High said that, right? Let's go to the book of Genesis, chapter 18, right? I don't see brothers talk about this a lot, so I saw it and I was like, well, damn, that sounds, it sounds like it's similar, so I'm going to bring it out, right? This is the book of Genesis, chapter 18 and verse 23. It says, "And Abraham drew near and said, Wilt thou also destroy the righteous with the wicked? Peradventure there be 50 righteous within the city. Wilt thou," now this is talking about Sodom and Gomorrah, "Peradventure wilt there be 50 righteous within the city, wilt thou also destroy and not spare the place for 50 righteous that are therein? That be far from thee to do after this manner, to slay the righteous with the wicked, and that the righteous should be as the wicked, that be far from thee. Shall not the judge of all the earth do right? And the Lord said, If I find in Sodom 50 righteous within the city, then I will spare all the place for their sake." So the scriptures is telling you right there, in the city, the Most High was willing to spare the whole place for just 50 righteous men. You get what I'm saying? So, spiritually that translates to America, because it's telling you right there that it's so little brothers that's really doing righteousness, and that's going, stay righteous through the hour of temptation and maybe be put to death for the Lord. It's so little. That number, that election is so small to be delivered out of America, that 1/3, you understand, is telling you right there, 50 out of a whole city, all of America is Sodom. So imagine how many, one out of a city, two out of a family. Just think about that, right? Let's keep going with this here. It says, verse 27, "And Abraham answered and said, Behold, now I have taken upon me to speak unto the Lord, which am but dust and ashes. Peradventure there shall lack 5 of the 50 righteous. Wilt thou destroy all of the city for a lack of 5? And he said, If I find there 40 and 5, I will not destroy it." So he's going down in the number. So he's showing you how little righteousness is upon the earth right now. You understand? In the city of Sodom and Gomorrah, spiritually Sodom and Egypt, he's showing you how little tiny bit of righteousness, if there was enough, the Most High would spare. You understand? He would spare the city if there was enough. You get what I'm saying? So let's keep on going. It says, "And he said, If I find there 40 and 5, I will not destroy it." Verse 29, "And he spake unto him yet again and said, Peradventure there shall be 40 found there. He said, I will not do it for 40's sake. And he said unto him, O let not the Lord be angry, and I will speak. Peradventure there shall 30 be found there. And he said, I will not do it if I find 30 there. And he said, Behold, now I have taken upon me to speak unto the Lord. Peradventure there shall be 20 found there. And he said, I will not destroy it for 20's sake. And he said, Oh, let not the Lord be angry, and I will speak yet but this once. Peradventure 10 shall be found there. And he said, I will not destroy it for 10's sake. You understand? So he's telling you, you understand, if 50% of America was righteous, right? Let's convert that to percentage, right? If 50% of America was righteous, you understand, it would be spared. You understand? Just like Jerusalem. This is the same. This is a mathematical formula that the Most High put in the scriptures. You understand? If 45% of America was righteous, he would spare it. You understand? Just like all of the other wicked cities. You understand? Nineveh, they had a chance to repent. You understand? If 30% of America was righteous, Israelites in America was righteous, the Most High would spare it. 25%, 10%. You understand? Let's keep on going, right? It says, and he said, I will not destroy it for 20's sake, right? And 10's sake. And the Lord went his way as soon as he had left communing with Abraham, and Abraham returned unto his place. So how many people got delivered out of Sodom and Gomorrah? You understand? We don't know how big the city of Sodom and Gomorrah was, but I'm assuming it was huge, for it to be compared to America. I'm assuming that Sodom and Gomorrah was a huge place. You understand? So 50% of the city all the way down to 10% of the inhabitants of America are not righteous. You understand? One family got delivered out of Sodom and Gomorrah. That's Lot, his 2 daughters, and his wife. You understand? So if you really, pay attention to that, that shows you how little you understand the righteousness is that's in America for us to be delivered. You know what I'm saying? Because if the righteousness was great enough, the Most High wouldn't have to destroy the place. You know what I'm saying? If you really look at the comparisons and draw the comparisons, from the old times to the new times, now I'm not saying America's going to be destroyed. America, daughter Babylon, it was always meant to be destroyed. That's the judgment of it. But it's just showing you how little righteousness there is in America. One of a city, Oakland got Oakland got 800,000 people in it. The Most High coming to take back and that's not talking about all of the brothers in the truth. You understand? Because they're not all Israel, which say they're of Israel. You understand? A brother might be an Israelite today, fall out tomorrow. A brother might be an Israelite for the next 10 years. As soon as Jacob's trouble comes, they get offended. They renounce the Most High. You understand? A brother might, sell his brother out, and that's not even including the fact that some of the brothers might be in the truth and endure, but the Most High might not be dealing with them because they're not, keeping the commandments, or they're not doing the thing that the Most High will have them do. You get what I'm saying? So with that, it's just telling you right there that, the Lord is just showing you how little, how scarcely the salvation is going to be. You understand? That's a hell of an example. The scriptures say, if he finds 50, you know what I'm saying? 50 in Sodom and Gomorrah, in the whole city of Sodom and Gomorrah. And imagine how big it was. Sodom and Gomorrah was the talk of the earth back then. You understand? Sodom and Gomorrah was the place you wanted to be. Sodom and Gomorrah was the place you wanted to go for all manner of wickedness. You understand? You wanted a damn pork sandwich filleted with roaches on it. You understand? With a topping of shrimp. Sodom and Gomorrah was where you wanted to go. Sodom and Gomorrah was so damn wicked, they tried to rape angels. You understand? The Lord's angels had to put the spirit of blindness upon these men. Lot, he tried to give the men of Sodom and Gomorrah, he tried to spare them by giving them his daughters, and they could do whatever they wanted to his daughters, only to touch not the men of the Lord, the angels of the Lord. You understand? And they wouldn't, spare the angels of the Lord. So the angel smote them with blindness and put Lot and his family without the city, and destroyed it. He couldn't find 50 right. The Lord made a promise to his friend Abraham. Look, man, if I find 50 righteous out of this whole city, man, I'll spare it. He said, look, man, if I find 10. So the Lord bargained with Abraham. Abraham bargained the Lord all the way down to 10 out of that whole city. Could have been thousands upon millions, damn near 1 billion people in that city. Just imagine how many people is in America. For Sodom to be compared to America spiritually, you understand? Just imagine how big the city of Sodom was. You know what I'm saying? People was multiplied upon the earth at that time. You understand? So just picture that. 10 of that whole city. You understand? In San Francisco alone, it's around 2 million people. You understand? Damn, New York City alone is around 3 million people. So translate that, you understand, and think about one of a city, you understand? two of a family, that's deep, man. That's heavy. You know what I'm saying? That salvation, that's crazy. You know, I don't see brothers often making this comparison, you know, to show you that, you know, the Lord bargained with Abraham all the way down from 50 people to 10 people, just to show you how minute righteousness was in the earth, how small, you know, righteousness was in the earth. One of a whole family, you understand? One of a city. You know, think about the large scales of these cities, man. Think about that. You know, I was just pondering that while I was sitting in class, and I was like, damn, man, I got to do a breakdown on that. You know, and the precepts fell in line. You know, I was like, man, you know, but yeah, man, with that, I'm gonna give all praise to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. You know, and I'm gonna say, repent, Israel, man, and you know, keep the law, statutes, and commandments. You know, and pray that Yahweh Shai have mercy on you. You know, through the power of Yahweh the Father. You understand? I'm gonna say Shalom.